Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was like, Batrider ban.
Could it also be like a 1v1 advantage? That way if Liquid goes aggro try again, like Batrider maybe matches up well against the carry they want to pick. That way they can be more flexible. It was kind of similar to Secret's first draft today, I felt. They pick like Lifestealer so you can lane against pretty much any offlaner, then they can aggro try fully and not worry about lanes as much.
I feel like I'd like to see Liquid just take the Darks here for themselves this time. Oh, they actually just go straight up with the Coddle.
Why not? I mean, there's no Night Stalker to counter it out right now, and the heroes that are being thought about right now are like these Darkseers and all right, they just go with the same again.
They're just gonna go Darkseer sinking.
That's the thing, they don't care.
That is VIRTUS Pro all over.
I don't know if we're gonna see Treant, because those heroes are pretty good against Treant overall. There's Lone Druid. And this is a way better matchup for against Darkseer than we saw in the first game.
Yep.
Like Faceless Void is suffering under shells constantly, whereas Lone Druid just chills and has his bear tank it for him, and he can always resummon, even send it back to base. So he actually loves playing against Darkseer. He can also deny like multiple creeps every wave, get ahead in experience. So this is looking good for Liquid, I think, overall, compared to at least game 1.
Would you say the Lone Druid's vulnerable
like
to
multiple creeps every wave, get ahead in experience.
If Darkseer Sync can get a support kill or two, like Lone Druid can definitely be repeatedly killed.
Yeah, potentially, yes. But once again, it's hard because he is a very fast hero, like 325, I think, base move speed. And he has this third skill.
The roar,
yeah. I mean, if you can just be as little greedy as, like, you don't have to be greedy in this lane. You can just go for this 1 point in third skill. They want to dive you, then you just make them run away, right? And then that hero conceptually is very hard to shut down in lane, especially with a hero like Darkseer, because the way it matches up. But that's just the laning phase. Like later on it's not. Yeah, I mean, actually, like, Darkseer doesn't do anything to Lone Druid. You know, you're gonna vacuum the hero. The hero is not giving anything. It doesn't give auras, doesn't give radiance. It's just the bear. So the wall doesn't work on the bear, and Lone Druid doesn't really care about Darkseer the entire game.
Can we expand just a moment on why Liquid have, for the second time, chosen to ban the DP?
It's good against Druid.
Yeah,
it owns the bear.
Very good against Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Okay. Bear destruction.
You heal and do damage based on their HP, and the bear is really high HP, so you could just always heal yourself.
You drain the bear, and it gets slowed, and then the ultimate just whenever it gets close to the DP, it just
absorbs it.
Yeah, it does.
In a bad way.
Yeah.
I absorb punches too.
Let's see what.
But they won't get Dragon Knight this time. It's been banned out, so they need to find a different mid hero that works with this type of strategy here.
Bristle.
Bristol's also banned out, yeah.
Yeah, Coddle. Gotta ban Bristol.
Let's not forget, no one's Bristle mid at one point was very scary.
Is anything is scary, let's be
Yeah,
real.
you're right, to be fair.
I wonder if they're gonna go for this Disruptor again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I don't know if they'll go for that exact one, but something that combos well with the Darkseer sinking. I wouldn't put it past them grabbing Disruptor though.
So many VP shirts.
I mean, the teamfight control is good, but right now I don't even care about silencing Coddle and Lone Druid myself, so I feel like you definitely pick a different hero, because it just does nothing versus Lone Druid. If the bear chases you, you just have to deal with it.
That's a very good point.
What about like Earth Spade or something? I saw a good splash the last couple sets, but we just forgot about it.
Oh yeah, Tree,
Still there, huh? Yeah.
That works.
But this is like, it doesn't happen that often that VP plays these dual melee supports, like Treant plus another melee support. I think it's mainly EG who likes to do that for the most part, and even Liquid as well, but they do it this time around.
That is a...
Miracle's got a fan in the air crowd.
That is a cool drawing. Lifestealer grabbed up. The hero has the vehicle for sinking, and it's very good versus the Nyx Assassin and the Lone Druid even.
Yeah, a lot of these angry heroes for VP.
Yeah.
They want to kill you. Yeah.
I mean, actually, Lifestealer is good versus all three across the board.
Yeah, it is.
It's great here.
That is a good value pick for them.
It's like a hero that they can now actually pretty much play. So they're like, I've seen them run like the dual melee supports, and they usually pick like this kind of like self-reliant safe laner. He might suffer a bit if there is like a Coddle like Earthshaker or something like pressuring him, but now they have like the freedom to kind of remove around with those other two supports and put a lot of pressure.
I wonder if they plan to do something similar to last game. Maybe just have the Nyx mana burn the Darkseer and still go aggro dual lane with Coddle. Shaker to give Shaker a good game. I'm pretty sure Nyx is going to be support this game. Maybe just help out the lone druid. Or, you know, he can even go and mana drain the guy mid. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Serious noise being made by that crowd.
But I don't think, yeah, ideally you don't really want to like have either Nyx or Shaker one-on-one a lifestealer. Or like just leave him alone on an island against the lifestealer. That is never really a good thing.
So we're getting mind control Shaker again?
Yeah, I think so.
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
And Liquid gets the last pick again, right? Is that right?
No, VP has last
VP has last pick, yeah.
So he gets to pick against Miracle.
Oh, that's right, because you banned that pick instantly.
Yeah.
Would you be upset to see, does Invoker get destroyed here?
They banned it last.
Oh,
It's
excuse me.
time around.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
It'd be really good, yeah. Combos with Nyx really well. Combos with Earthshaker.
Oh, damn.
They don't see VP's mid here, but I wonder if they were thinking about maybe putting Shaker mid in this game.
Yeah, they always could.
You want it.
Because it's like,
Shaker mid.
yeah.
Seen it work.
But it's good against Ember, it's good against some other melee heroes like Dragon Knight potentially, right? But how does it work against, like, if VP picks Queen of Pain last when they see this, or you know, some ranged hero like that mid against Shaker, then it doesn't sound that good anymore. So probably not.
Last ban, this is probably where Liquid just brainstorming what they're going to be putting no one on.
Yeah.
See, he's not talking too much.
Grab the chug.
Oh, it's Jug mid, huh?
Go for the safe play. Good against Living Armor. Pretty good against Darkseer.
Yeah, Magic Community versus Sand King and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a survivable mid. Basically, it's not as safe as DK as a pick right now because it doesn't push towers as well, but it's more like gank and rotation focus. And no one's best hero. Okay.
Cool.
Lots of Wombo combo coming out
SF.
from them with the SF Darkseer.
Really good team fight too.
Yeah, very good team fight.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for Shadowfiend mid too.
Yeah.
I guess Jug.
The scene is set. There it is.
It's game 3.
It's game 3. VP versus Liquid locked in. And let's not forget just how much is riding on this. Sure, Virtus Pro, should they win, they get a semi-final. They get to play against the crowd again. Matu, his family have traveled all the way to Russia to watch him play. And he has one more game to try and secure another chance to perform. Predictions now, gentlemen. The draft is done.
I've been on the VP train the whole time. I'm
yeah.
going to continue with the VP
Yeah.
train. I'm
Sticking
still
to your
liking what
guns,
they've got.
Kevin,
yeah.
you're looking a little indecisive over there.
There's like lane advantages all over the place.
Yeah.
I guess I will
Go with
say Liquid. I didn't feel good.
No, go.
I think no matter what I said there, I was going to be like,
Okay.
nope, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Just a team name then from you, Misery.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, one VP, one Liquid.
It can easily go both ways. I think Liquid's can do it.
Oh my lord, 2 for Liquid. The faith has been placed within Liquid against Virtus Pro and the crowd. Your casters are going to enjoy this one. It's a decider. The last... Jump in with your casters.
Well, Ben, you heard it from Misery. He believes Liquid can do it, but will they do it? That is the real
That's
question.
your line, buddy.
Yeah, are they going to do it? We'll see soon. Final map, Liquid versus VP, Game 3. Let's go.
If you thought the crowd was loud for the first game or the second game, they are crazy now.
They are definitely hyped for Virtus Pro. I mean, I thought at the Kiev Major the crowd was really behind them, but this completely deafens the audience we had there. They're truly at home.
Yeah, so Liquid go for a very similar draft to game number 2. They don't have the DK, which I think was a linchpin of their lineup, but this game they do have the Juggernaut, which synergizes very well with a Lone Druid. The healing ward on the bear is very, very good.
We see a little jungle invasion here, Ben. The Tree is scouting things out, and it looks like VP want to get aggressive.
I cannot believe Tree made it to second phase.
I don't know what his win rate is, but it certainly feels like he's been one of the most impactful picks you can possibly grab in any draft.
Yep, they know what's up. So it looks like it will just be a 2 runes by Virtus Pro, and that top bounty is just completely left alone.
Was anyone even going to bother going for it? Liquid just...
Probably Kuro.
They're not feeling confident in their early aggression here. VP, a little more swagger for them, and indeed they'll have the swagger feed mid. Thoughts on no one Shadow Fiend, and especially in this game, how do you expect him to match up?
It's a very good matchup. The only problem is I think he needs BKB very early just because Nyx and Keeper will cause him a lot of trouble. But they do have good combo. If he can, I don't know what build he's going to go for, but if he goes for a mobility build, he can combo with the Requiem, or with the Requiem into the Vacuum.
They've got that sick potential for the Vacuum burrow into a massive Requiem, potentially just wiping the floor with the majority of Liquid here. So
at the same time, Liquid also has the same with Echo into Illuminate into Nyx stun, not in any particular order.
And there's two combo breakers. You got the Jug with the Blade Fury, and then of course the Lifestealer with Rage. And not really a whole lot to deal with those in the early to mid game.
Yep.
So it should be an interesting one as we get underway. VP will be running their dual lane in the off lane here. Liquid doing a 2-1-2 split of their own.
They have completely swapped out lanes. This is very unusual from Liquid to not have Miracle in the mid lane. So Pasha is on the top lane versus the Juggernaut.
And the crowd loves it too.
Yeah, Jug is a good matchup versus the Darkseer, so they have decided to put that there, and Matama Man, they didn't want to give no one a free lane. So instead they will put the Lone Druid, which I say is a slightly better match simply because it's not a melee hero. Melee heroes struggle a lot, you just eat so many raises.
Early start, strong start here for the Shadow Fiend as he is getting help from the tree, already 7 and 6. The Bear only 4 and 1, and they're gonna think about a dive here on GH. It's tough for this Keeper Light. If there's not a good fissure block, he's a very likely kill if caught out of position. So has to play it safe. As we'll see Kuro and Pasha dueling it out here for the Rune. And Kuro, well, he might be a wily veteran, but he's still got those quick reflexes. Grab the bounty.
Spam right click.
Oh yeah.
There's that one command that you can like hold down right click. That thing is imbalanced for picking up runes. So yeah, as you mentioned, there's a ton of souls already on the Shadow Fiend. So now the tree can leave. His job is done. Secured, what, 25 souls up on him. He actually only has 18 because of the soul cap, but he is still doing very well in the mid lane. You could just leave him alone at this point.
Meanwhile, Lil keeps the pressure going here. Bottom, he goes for the burrow strike. The rotation comes from Solo, as you mentioned. He can leave the lane, and indeed he will leave the lane. Lil takes the tower, though, and Lil doesn't like the taste of those tower shots too much. They drop him into critical HP. Does have to back away.
I think Solo was expecting like a block to come out so he could punch him and then throw out the Leech Seed.
Keeper playing pretty aggressively now, but always has to be careful. They're going to bring the Sand King back to the base, but when he returns, could be a first blood potentially in that bottom lane. So let's see the Keeper Light dropping low. The dive is on it. Ramsey's committing for it. Does he have the damage to bring him down? Not quite. He'll back away. Mind control there. Decent job body blocking, but Ramsey's already feeling very sturdy. Shrugs off those tower shots.
This is the hero that he wished he had last game to deal with this Keeper Shaker. There's a lot of things that Lifestealer does. He has innate sustain with Feast, so he doesn't really care that much about the spam, and he has Rage, so he can actually just run at these two without having to expend. I think Ramsey's bought like 600, 700 golden regeneration in the first 5 minutes of the game last game.
Yeah, he had a lot of it canceled, had to blow the salve early, was constantly under pressure from the Keeper spam, but not really feeling the pressure this time, although VP might be. There's the Burrow Strike, next on Pasha. Won't be any follow-up. Excuse me, the Impale, so he'll make it away, but yeah, Kuro definitely threatening in this top lane. Miracle is farming quite well.
The mana burn, it makes Darkseer's life absolute hell because he has no shrine available to him in this top lane. And now he's mana burn, and Ion Shell takes absurd amounts of mana.
Yeah, Jug is wrecking. Darkseer used to be known for just being that lane dominator. Jug always one of the better 1v1 melees against him, but certainly not this much better. It's the threat of that Nyx rotation keeping him down.
It's a trade-off we're having here. Shadow Fiend get big, but it's not good that Darkseer only has 6 CS.
Well, maybe he'll catch up in the jungle. We'll see a dire scan here, trying to ensure no one's protected, so lots of resources committed his way, whether it's hero rotations, whether it's scans or rune control. Solo off in the woods, doing a bit of catch up in his own right. So overall, like looking at the two lineups, Ben, it's a pretty slow laning stage, fairly even. What are the timings they're looking at? Like, what is sort of, when do you see each lineup peaking? And what are their strategic goals moving forward? We will see Kurogi get caught out, so hold that thought for just 1 second. Good Impale. Continues retreating. Lil's going to chase him down, though, with the caustic. This might well be the first blood if no one can just get in range for a raise or two. They'll throw out the living armor. He doesn't really need these heals, but no one secures it. Lil hounding Kuro shuts him down.
One of the downsides of not having Carapace early, he opted for early level mana burn to shut down these Darkseer, but not having Carapace just makes it a super easy kill for no one. And you talked about the timings for each team. This, because they don't have a very good Tower Siege. Lone Druid is decent, but it's no Dragon Knight, at least not until he has his Radiance, which is much, much further into the game. And Juggernaut's a melee hero. He's not able to siege as well as the ranged Dragon form of the Dragon Knight. And VIRTUS are also having a much better laning phase.
Weaving around and looking for Matumba. They're going to catch him out here. The bear does what he can, but still no one in pursuit. The roar is timed well at the last possible moment. Then Miracle arrives. He looks to turn around. They get the root on Lil. They get the kill too. Liquid rotate in force. They bring in Kuro on top of this. The Impale comes through. He finished off by the Samurai. Liquid were ready and they pounced.
Perfect bear positioning from Matumba, man. This is why
and really good patience on the Savage Roar there too. He didn't use it right away. Baited them in.
He wanted to pull them in a little bit more, and this is why they favor heroes like these, so the supports can move it around. You're not worried about a lone druid. 3 heroes came, he was in the middle of the river, and he still didn't die because of how great this hero is at absorbing ganks.
I love that early rotation from Miracle as well. He dodges the Burrow Strike. Lil, you're not fast enough for me. 9K MMR at your service. Now moving in, getting the auto attacks off. Lil's going to drop low. The Omni's committed, and Miracle makes it a solo kill. Number 55 for him, and simultaneously Liquid are descending on mid. This is where you could be very vulnerable as a Shadow Fiend, especially when Matumba's getting this kind of brute RNG. They chase him out with the bear, forced to pop the Fairy Fire commitment from the Spirit Bear, commitment from Kuro. Might be in danger to tower shots here to come in for the assist. So the pressure mounts from Liquid around the map.
Yeah, I can't praise this lane decision from them enough to throw the Juggernaut in the top lane, because now they're getting farm on all 3 of their cores, and Earthshaker finally has some space now that that bottom lane is pretty much just the lifestealer.
Any adjustments like VP need to make, or are you okay overall with how it's going?
The problem with trees is actually very poor at ganking the mid lane because there's not that many trees. I think they're trying to assault this bottom lane, keep the Keeper of the Light under pressure, because they really need to close, shut down his Axe timing. His Axe timing came way too early last game. That's why they were able to end the game in like 25-30 minutes.
I mean, despite the early pressure, he's 4.5. He's farming the stack freely. Yep. He might get ganked. No, it's actually mind control in front.
This is the lane that you want to gank. Lone Druid, he's going to get farmed. You just have to accept that at this point because he had a pretty decent laning phase. But solo,
look at this, though. Look how hard it is to gank. They just keep on shoving out the lane.
You have to try.
Solo will try. The trees are his friend, and he'll find that first root, but it's on the Shaker. Much more difficult takedown. They won't find the opening. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they might try for a go here on the Shadow Fiend. A timely root could spell
Look at where Miracle is coming from. Miracle is coming from the top. And
the flank is being set up here. No one's in very far. He has a haste rune, though. Like, they almost have to either wait this out or just root him under tower. Potentially Omni with a hero backing him up could net a kill, but not with that living armor. Not quite yet. Also does have the early raindrops. Very defensive build here from the Shadow Fiend.
So the laning phase is not going well for VIRTUS Pro because they have given a couple of deaths, but at the same time, it's not going poorly.
I don't know if he's the damage for this. He's going to try Miracle. How much does he commit? How far does he go? The teleport comes in, and wisely he'll back away. So space created. Baits out a TP, but plays it smart, plays it safe.
He's still being very annoying. You don't want anyone interrupting you while you're doing Ancients and taking out stacks as a Shadow Fiend. And there's this pesky Juggernaut that's just running around doing way too much work for them. Kuro going to catch up on the Nyx. Needs to get that level 6 up ASAP.
They're doing a nice job here at securing their support levels. We've seen the Keeper of the Light bottom getting a lot. Kuroki, he's roamed, but still about level 5 now, keeping his own progression quite healthy.
And because Liquid don't have that great tower siege, they have to wait until their items come out. So Blink on Shaker, Radiance on Lone Druid, I would say would be the main timing coming out from Liquid. I think the Blink's going to come out relatively soon. He's at 800 gold, so probably a little bit before the Radiance. And they can just take it easy until then. I think if they try and force things too much until the tree, they're going to lose out on way too much farm. And instead, they can make VIRTUS Pro have the first moves, because Virtus Pro had this issue where their lanes are constantly going to be shoved in. Shaker very good at spamming in waves. Same with the Keeper and Lone Druid. Like, all these heroes are very good at spamming in waves from a very safe distance.
Miracle has been all around the world. He was hiding in the tree's bottoms for some time, trying to set up a gank there as well, but ends up transitioning towards this push. They find the fissure opening on Pasha. Does he commit the Omni? Gets back, and now the timing gets the damage done. Secures the kill. All the while, Lone Druid mid, hounding Solo. One more root, and Solo's done for. The trees are not your friend any longer, my Solo buddy. But did have the follow-up to kill off Matumba. Lil's on the chase. He gets the burrow, the caustic. Insufficient, won't get the kill. So Matumba again on this Lone Druid, able to make plays and make them early. I mean, no one else is really running the hero, but Liquid believe in it, and it continues to deliver.
They are going to need some infest bombs soon. This is getting a little ridiculous how many things Liquid are doing at the same time in this early game. Pressuring mid, getting farms on their cores, getting kills on supports and pressuring towers, but it will be a slow and steady siege as Solo tries to keep this tower up with living armor.
He tries, but the healing ward gives Liquid the sustain they're looking for. They're going to Blade Fury this wave. There is no overgrowth yet. And now continue round 2 of the push, but Sand King coming. VP must be wary. Liquid will back away. Still fighting with the catapult. You can see Mind Control tanking as much as possible, wants to keep that catapult in fighting shape. A fresh Blade Fury. Combine that with the fissure, try to prevent this tower deny. Living armor is there. The stall tactics from VP won't net them a deny in the end. Liquid get the map control and they get the goal.
This is supposed to be way too hard for them to get in the early game, but because the Juggernaut it's farmed enough to be that frontliner, they already lose a T1 tower. Very drastically different to probably their game plan of what they expected to happen in the early game with the Trinium Protector. He's actually on the defensive. This is not good for them.
How do you feel about this decision? Midas on Lifestealer.
I think it's going to be a farming game regardless, just because of the timing from Liquid, waiting for the Radiance. And I don't actually think they can end the game with a Radiance. So you're not worried about losing the game in 25 minutes. But
so you like it then overall?
Also, he doesn't have a good vehicle. I think if Sand King were more farmed and he had Blink Dagger, then yeah, he can go like a killing item. So I think it's fine that he goes for the Midas because he knows that they can't really make any moves right now.
They commit on Pasha. Echo Slam here. And Pasha scurries away. The power of the Shrine protects him. He will live. Meanwhile, Kuro up in the top lane being chased out. He dropped the counter piss. They had the detection for him under cover of Vendetta. They will kill off that Darkseer. Kuro still survives. Finally brought down, but they may have had to dive too far for this. They're scrambling the rotation. Miracle on the chase now, hunting for that tree in the trees. Gets the crits on Ramses, back up on the way. Shadow Fiend Requiem action all over the place, but Miracle strikes again, finds the kill with the completed Yasha online. So Lifestealer down, Darkseer down. The trade was a Lone Druid next, fairly back and forth around the map.
The thing is, the Juggernaut should not be able to, like, you don't expect the Juggernaut to be able to kill the Lifestealer right now, but he already had a Yasha at that point. His net worth is way above the Lifestealers right now, 1,400 above. And this is the offlaner from Liquid in terms of position, not by player.
And he's been ganking a lot.
Yeah.
He's not been just sitting in a lane hitting creeps.
He knows that he is the big bully around the map now. He can exert so much dominance on the map, especially now that you see the Midas coming out of Ramses. You can't fight as often as
VP
you like.
want to change this. They have an Invis rune on no one. He swarms forward, but it's a bit suspicious. There is a ward there for Liquid in the tree. It seems they saw it coming.
At least they're level 6 on Trinium Protector now, so they can potentially deal with this Juggernaut if he thinks that Spin CP is going to be good enough for him to get away.
Just called out Kuro. Will VP be able to track him down?
Kuro knows something's fishy's up. It looked like the Sand King was already trailing him.
And he'll scurry to the left.
That's a waste of smoke. And really sad by Virtus Pro.
Now Kuro even going to grab the haste rune, and Nick's one of the big stories of the tournament, it feels like, Ben. He's been very high impact. I mean, Yapzor had that remarkable Nick's pipe game, went for the spell resistance talent and just was unkillable, basically, as well as map controlling like a champ.
Yeah, we keep seeing these Invis heroes rotate out.
Tree, Riki,
Bounty Hunter, Nyx. Yeah, it's going to be one or the other just because vision is incredibly important. I mean, we see one on each side this game.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't actually an Invis rune. It is a completed Shadow Blade. No one has gone aggressive here. And he will use that Shadow Blade. Secures a crucial kill on the Shaker.
He's the only core that's falling behind. So Miracle being this farm is going to be a big trade-off. They sacked My Control in the bottom lane. He's actually only halfway to his Blink Dagger. I thought it would come out a lot earlier.
This could be big by Kuro. Does have the 1 sentry. They can set up on no one. And no one actually looks to go in. He sees an opportunity baiting with that Keeper of the Light, perhaps.
He has a raindrop. I don't.
Is no one going to walk into their clutches?
And they're expecting a gank in the top lane. They know that Liquid's about to gank somewhere, and 2 of them are sitting behind the Lifestealer on top. But instead, Liquid say, yeah, we don't really want to kill this Lifestealer right now. We may let this tower fall.
Liquid did throw out their scan, hoping that Shadow Fiend of no one's would go farm an extra camp, but he's wise to their tricks. He backs off to full safety. Does Mind Control have his blink yet?
No, he's halfway there.
Halfway there, okay.
That death down there really set him back. He'd probably have 1,700 gold right now if it weren't for no one interrupting him. And I think that's one of the 2 key items that they need. Lone Druid Radiance is very, very close. He's 2,000 gold away from the Radiance.
He's been quiet this game, but that's just the way you like it if you're Matumba. Had the good early start, and then back to the jungle. And now you can see Liquid, you mentioned lane pressure, Ben. We're seeing it here. The top lane, Juggernaut taking the more dangerous farm. Mid lane, Lone Druid often rotating there, or one of the supports, the Shaker or the Nyx. And Miracle not putting the pressure on the tower. We just saw Keeper shoving in bottom. It's just all these lanes constantly being pushed against VP.
Still, VP, I would say, have better team fight. The vacuum wall combo, if it doesn't get interrupted by wall into an epicenter, it could be very, very large. And Sand King's about the same distance away from the Blink Dagger that the Earthshaker is. So that's all in all pretty decent for Virtus Pro.
Radiant's coming soon.
So it looks like the game's like slowly favoring VP in terms of net worth, but I would say that in this phase of the game, it's really bad that nothing's happening. It's really bad for Virtus Pro, that is, because Liquid's that are going to get their Radiance, they're going to start running around the map. I don't think there's that much they can do to stop this Radiance Bear from running over all their towers. Tree's going to be of little effect if they start 5-manning. And on top of that, they have the Midas and the Lifestealer, who is going to be not very useful for some time to come.
Yeah, was working on the armlet, I think getting closer to it, but it is a Shadow Fiend lineup. No one with the completed BKB. There are some solutions for this, though, whether it's the root, an enchant totem, perhaps, and of course, if you're able to jump him, might not be able to get that BKB off with the Nyx Assassin, but that is an if. One VP are looking to punish.
No one's kept this farm up very, very well. Despite there being Midas on the other side of the team, he's still able to be 2,000 net worth above Lone Druid. His efficiency is unparalleled.
And Ramsey's with the armlet now, starting to bang on the tier 1. VP looking for the tower advantage as they do have the tree.
They're really happy. They got a glimpse of the Earthshaker right there, and they know that he doesn't have Blink. So they feel very safe in seizing this.
Miracle will stand firm next to this tower.
But he just got his blink. He got his blink and then he got recalled. So that might have actually been a good fake out by Mind Control, actually flashing himself, showing that he doesn't have the blink, and maybe making Virtus Pro commit to a push that they thought they could have for free. So this could be a very big fight.
Sentry is down. It won't be the Nyx that starts it, at least not without punishment. Still the Lone Druid lurks in mid. I believe Radiant's nearly ready now.
And Solo's actually just to the northeast, so he can actually see across the cliff.
It's Miracle out in front, just threatening, and the Echo commitment onto Ramsey from the trees. He comes, Omni there, perfect chain stun. Liquid find the assassination, and then no one BKBs, but to what avail? The Requiem's quite late, ineffective at that. He's dropped the 10-second charge for little, and now Solo, rooted, controlled, Mind Control outplays VP. He came from the trees, and that is not something that the tree expected.
That's the only way they could have won the fight right there, is if Mind Control had a blink to set up inside. But him flashing right there, I think won them the fight. Flashing right before that last creep wave died, because I think it gave them the comfort. Now they're going to get so much off of that. I thought he was way further away from his blink. I don't know if he sold an item to get it. It doesn't look like it. He was just that close and held on to his gold.
Yeah, I don't. Judging from his inventory, don't believe he sold anything. Still has the treads, the soul rain, the stick as well.
So all 6 outer towers still up for Liquid.
Against a tree, they have a big tower advantage. I mean, it's 2. It's not that many, but 2-0 is substantial given the circumstances.
Certainly so. I think that at least you saw that the BKB was completely wasted by no one. At least his 10 seconds, he didn't get a kill out of it. But they do have the minus to back it up on the Lifestealer. So one guy goes greedy, one guy goes fight heavy, so that they can actually have some semblance of a team fight. Liquid going in.
Blake, Epi, Miracle. Will he make it out? He's going to try to spin his way out of here, but no one. BKBs guns him down. Raw punching power from the Shadow Friend. Not the type of friend Miracle wanted to make.
Not at all. And Juggernaut, he died pretty much the same way that Lifestealer died on top.
And now they find more. They've got the vision up the hill. They chunk Kuroki low, but a good fissure block. Puts potentially Ramses in harm's way. Out comes the Illuminate. Now Lil, isolated, being controlled, rooted and dead. Radiance Burn doing its work. They answer back. This Jug death will not go unpunished. Matumba getting into the back lines now. They don't have the Echo, but they do have the Fissure. The control is there for the time being. The Bear gets back onto the other side of the Fissure. Could have been disastrous for no one. If there was a first hit root, in fact, it might turn out to be the case. Still burning him down. Turns back the other way. No one. A sliver of HP, but the Shaker ain't done yet. He's hunting up the hill. Blinks for it. Does he find the kill? Meanwhile, Ramses against the world. The little dog Lifestealer ain't got it. Liquid shut him down too. They are lucky to save the Shadow Fiend for Virtus Pro. But more and more, Liquid, dominant early game team that they are.
Oh, God. Yeah, Pacha, I think, panicked with that vacuum wall. Even if you vacuum wall the Lone Druid, you don't really get anything because it doesn't make a replica of the Bear, and you don't get any Radiance, and the hero is pretty useless. And no one's going to TP in the middle of all of them.
Does he have his BKB ready? He unloads the Requiem and straight onto Miracle. Now going to spin his way back. It would have been one more hit that killed him. Not going to drop him, and now the Healing Ward brings them right back into fighting condition.
Damn, what a savage roar from Matuma, man.
Oh,
wow.
Saves.
The saves indeed, and there was just no good opportunity for him to vacuum wall in the last fight, and he felt like he had to use it. The fight was almost over. His cores are dying, and unfortunately, it brought no one step closer to his death. At least he didn't die, or it would hurt some like mouse throwing in that on the stage.
Ay, caramba. So VP feels like they might have to slow down now, Ben. Liquid feel extremely strong in these team fights.
Yeah, they have a lot of ways to kite the Lifestealer is the big problem. You can just spin away on the Jug, you have Manta on the Jug, and God forbid he doesn't have Rage Up, Blinding Light, and all these stuns coming up from them. And then the 2 roots, I think, the root from the Lone Druid is even more problematic than anything else, it seems.
Wrecking Crew here. VP, yeah, they take a tier 1 bottom, but Liquid are banging on the tier 2 mid. That's their first tower of the game they've dropped. Despite the tree, they are mowing down buildings. Demolish and Samurai combine, and down goes that tower. Now Liquid rotate immediately towards top. They've got the creep wave in position. VP are a little afraid to even push for that tier 2 bottom. Mind control.
It's because of the Keeper. The Keeper adds additional elements of randomness into where the heroes can be because of recall. Normally you're like, okay, they can take like 3 seconds for a TP, 4 seconds for the next TP, but I think all that is changed once Keeper can come in. He TPs in, he recalls someone, and 3 people are there within like 4 or 5 seconds. And you always have to play a little bit more careful when there is a Keeper in the game.
They do scan behind that tower. VP want to make sure no one is safe. Could get dropped by the Shaker Nyx combo before he's even able to BKB, but Liquid are content to trade this one out. They've got the top side of the map under control, so Roche very much in their favor now. Both outer towers on that side are up. Is it Roche time? Ben, can Liquid go for it?
I don't think so, because I think Vacuum Wall into Epicenter into Requiem is instant.
Just too strong.
4 heroes dead. Maybe not the Juggernaut, but everyone else will probably die in that fight. It's because you have to have the Lone Druid, I think, like relatively close, and if he gets like vacuum inside the pit, you will lose the fight. So you can't take that risk, I think, if you're Liquid right now. You're pretty far ahead, and they can just siege towers safely where they can all spread out.
Is that the plan? Just like don't get caught in the combo? Do you want to itemize to try and deal with it?
Well, you do what you did last time, which is have only the safe heroes, by heroes sieging. So if they get a combo off, it might only be on one, and even then, if they have it on one, you can potentially Savage Roar to save the hero like we saw on mid against Miracle, or you can counter with a big Echo Slam.
Kuro, nice little courier pick, nice little Ramses kill. No, not gonna happen.
Not worth in his eyes. He would have given up, what, maybe 400 gold and gotten 1,000 for his team, but just playing things a little bit safe. Those sort of situations can sometimes lead to chain feed just because you feel like you're so far ahead, whatever, we don't need our next assassin, right? So it's better as a captain. Set an example for your team, Captain Kuro.
Some call him the K-God.
They just need discipline more than anything right now. Discipline to not split up, not give off free kills, not clump up around the Roach Pit. Like, all these things will eventually lead to a Liquid victory if they can play tight and steady and not get picked off.
Liquid, keep the pressure going. Miracle shoving in this mid lane.
Manta Scotty. We've been seeing this build more recently, or more Scotties on cores.
You
just
sound
because
like
they
you're
want to
not
take
liking it.
I think it's fine because he's the one that's hitting the towers. Keep in mind, it's not Matama Man. Matama Man's hitting the tower with his bear, but they don't really care if the bear dies, but they need additional pressure out of that, or else the Lifestealer will just chew through the bear. So instead of that, they can just have the Juggernaut up front with
Kuro.
like, what, 3,000 HP doing it.
He marches up the hill. VP in the neighborhood. They plant down the sentry. Kuro has been spotted out. Now the overgrowth committed for him. That's a lot. Do they still fight into this? Mind control, forcing Lil back and no one on his heels, and now the Radiance Bear comes in. Here comes the Requiem. It's decent by no one, but where's the follow-up? Ramses charges forward. He hits Miracle and the Bear a few times. They're going to try to burrow him, control him. That's a tanky Jug, though. He's not dead yet. Still the Omni Slash in reserve, and now the Echo Mind Control, looking to turn the fight. He dunks them low. Now they can finish solo off, who's packing Ramses in as well. In danger, they control him. He goes for the TP. Savage Roar won't prevent it. The chase is on to no one, forcing him back. Do they have the detection to lock him down fully? He winds his way through the trees, but Liquid trap him within. The trees are not VP's friend this game. Another kill. Liquid make it 3. Another Shadow Fiend Requiem not paying off.
That was supposed to be a good record. He expected a vacuum follow-up very close to him, but problem is Pasha is very underfarmed. He doesn't have a blink tag. Look at his net worth. He's number 7. That is very, very low. And again, the Jug build pays off. He was up in the front. He tanked. He had, what, maybe like 400 HP left, and all this plus stat build help him out. And I forgot about the... You just feel so much safer taking a Roach, pushing high ground, healing up the Nyx assassin who got caught out. This is the beginning of the end.
On home turf, Virtus Pro, it's been a long time since they've gotten that big tournament win, and seems they may be falling short here as Liquid close in. Rotating now to the top tier 3. They want 2 lanes, potentially mowing these towers down. They'll have the Shrine control, but now Pasha, he comes in. Look for the combo, the back, the epi, the overgrowth 2, but they need a little more damage. The no Shadow Fiend, they've lost the Sand King. They're just a bit light on the firepower, the healing ward, the keeper heals. They stay alive. Maybe they lose GH, but that's not enough for Ramses. He's got to find more. Fissure could cut him off. Doesn't actually block him properly. Kuro goes in Viz. The detection not quite there. Now Miracle with the TP out. Can they muscle him down in time? They drop him low. They can't finish the job. It could have been amazing.
Wow, Jug got a spin off right before that vacuum combo hit. That was really big by him.
So close.
So close. That was without the Shadow Fiend. Imagine that
If they had the Shadow Fiend, that's probably 4 kills.
So that's only one set of racks. The T3 is very low, but it'll just get healed up by 3. And now they can respond in kind. They were so close to saving Matama Man right there, too.
Virtus Pro, perhaps a glimpse of life here. Down 10,000 gold, but at long last getting crucial towers near the Roche Pit. Tier 1 down mid.
Yeah, finally they got all the T1, so now they can actually expand their farm a little bit more. And there's no like BKBs that are going to come out from Team Liquid. Lone Druid doesn't really need one this game, so they still have the potential to have a really big combo, especially now that Pasha has Blink Dagger. This is a key item from Virtus Pro's offlaner that could potentially save them in a team fight like we saw in the top fight.
Oh, this is also a potentially key item. Shadow Blade for the Shaker could quickly become the Earth Assassin now. Right, there's some instant kill potential on really anyone. Even the Lifestealer of the Shadow Fiend are not safe if that Shaker gets the dunk opening. And it really feels like VP are going to need a gem once they see this, but the gem first comes from Liquid.
This is mostly up to Ramses, I would say, because the Shadow Fiend, everyone's going to have his eyes on him as Liquid. Like, you're going to be running away from his Requiem. You're going to be trying to instant stun him and disable him. But I think Lifestealer is the one that needs to actually be able to run around and kill these heroes. He is the one that needs to do the most damage in the team fights. He has Ion Shell, too. So Ion Shell is decent, but I fear for Virtus Pro when they actually have to fight during daytime, or sorry, yeah, during daytime. Because that fight that happened at T3, it happened at 2808, like just a few seconds after nighttime had hit. And Illuminate came in, it didn't heal anyone. If Illuminate came in and healed, I think it would have been game over right there.
Yeah, we saw it earlier in the fight when they had the Illuminate. Like, nobody was dying during that skirmish around the shrine.
They have a ton of sustain. Healing Ward plus Illuminate, you have to be able to blow like 2 or 3 people up during that initial volley.
And that's where, you know, you mentioned with Miracle building extremely tanky.
Yep.
Just about has the Scotty. He becomes nigh unkillable.
Lone Druid's your target. He has, what, 2,600 HP right now with a fair amount of armor, but a lot of magic damage. I don't believe they have a pipe on the Radiant
and
side.
And VP did just get a Veil, so their magic damage amps up.
This is the play from Virtus Pro. Going on a Lone Druid, he built armor, and you have magic immunity from 2 of your heroes. You can burst them down before Liquid can do anything. Like, their anti-BKB is only the Juggernaut Omni Slash.
A fresh timing, perhaps, for VP as they hold the line bottom. Miracle, no more Aegis for him. Has to play this a little bit more carefully.
There's no reason for them to push right now because there's still 20 seconds of
It's
daytime.
nighttime. They don't have the Aegis.
Just wait one more wave and then they should be okay. The potential for them to get jumped by the Sand King is way too high.
Yeah, you can see the safe positioning for the most part. Kuro lurking. Does drop down the Ops, the Sentry as well. Miracle's going to spin this wave and then I imagine get the hell back. But VP want to pounce. They smoke. And I think that might have been scouted. There was a ping there from Miracle.
I think they scouted out the tree, but tree, I don't
they have
know if
the
they saw
Sentry on the low ground. Yeah, it might have just been in range of the tree. Potentially means they could have seen that smoke. And Kuro's on the hunt, winding his way through the trees. He's going to find the Sand King, but the Sand King came ready. He packs a Lifestealer. Kuro was too quick, though. Ramses didn't get off the range. He's being changed up. He's being undid. Miracle's going in for this, but he bounces to the creeps. He spins his way towards Ramses, continues to dive in, continues to go all in for that pesky Lifestealer, but he is denied. And now they've got to reset. The Echo's there from Mind Control. He somehow brought the Lifestealer down with the help of Kuroki. Lil's on the run. That's going to be 3. Miracle balls of steel, and it pays off. Straight for the throne, and straight into a GG. Liquid have done it.
Wow, that was super impressive how Kuro got the stun on Lifestealer after the Infest. That takes some crazy fast reflexes from him on that instant cast rage, and it was an uphill battle for the majority of the game, considering the Lady Phase did not pan out the way that they wanted to. The Lone Druid with the Juggernaut in the laning phase was a stroke of genius by Kuro or whoever called it on the Liquid side, and it just completely ruined VP's gameplay.
Well, Ben, the best early game team in Dota in this patch is looking like they have some clutch instincts down the stretch.
If you did look at game 1, yes.
Dare I say it, Nahaz was right on this great day.
For now.
This great day of Dota 2. Whew. Do you think Liquid has what it takes to go all the way? They've got LGD FY waiting for them, who have been undefeated, seem very strategically sound in this particular patch.
I think so, because they have a wide variety of strategies. They didn't go back for the Invoker at all. They went back for one of their tried and trues, the Keeper of the Light, in game number 2 and game number 3. They still have like the Bristleback available to them. If the Keeper gets banned, they have the IO available to them if both of those get banned. So